It's a story time on how me and Megan found ourselves in the Scientology building. When I was in LA, I was living very close to the Scientology building and I wanted to get my way in there. But we walked past and we tried to act just like damn tourists. So we kind of stop at the building and we're looking and we're like, what is this? The man was sitting at the desk and he was like, why don't you guys come in? And he goes, you never heard of Scientology? In my mind, I'm thinking, I think people who have heard it probably would be running the opposite way. The way he described it, I would almost compare it to spiritual. And Megan starts talking about her mental health. So she's got to give this man something to work with here. Says, oh, okay, well, let me show you this movie. He takes us down all the way into the back room, sits us down into the movie room. Instantly, the energy is so dark. Almost like my body was like, you shouldn't be here. He starts diving deeper on Megan and her mental health, saying he's not a doctor, but she needs to get off her medication. Bold statement. He finally leaves so that we can watch the movie. Messes with your emotions. Kind of makes you remember that traumatic that has happened to you. It then makes you think about how that may be affecting your life. And then it taps into this is how Scientology can rewire your brain. Got there for about 15-20 minutes and it seemed like there was no ending to this movie coming up anytime soon. We're walking out of the building and obviously he stops us. He's like, how's it going? We were like, the movie was really interesting, but unfortunately we are on a time limit. And then tries to sell us the infamous book. I ain't getting no book. Start telling him, we don't have any money right now. Saying, don't you have a credit card? He's basically saying, I want you to go in debt to buy this book. You know, like, this is going to change your mindset. This is going to change your life. Once we kind of made it pretty clear to him, like, we don't have money, he was no longer that interested in us. In conclusion, I do understand how someone who maybe is in a low mental state, is very vulnerable, can get caught up in that. It doesn't surprise me that people do fall for it. I know people romanticize the people of Scientology. I don't think any of that is cool. I solely wanted to go there for education purposes and also to be able to talk about it. I am interested in what goes on in the brain, how people fall for this scam and end up in a cult. Heard some crazy cult story times. I know my boyfriend has a crazy cult story time. Maybe we'll be able to convince him to come on here and talk about it. It's not his story to tell, so that one might be a little harder, but hey, who knows?